What the heck is going on? This Nintendo boycott stuff has reached a whole new level today. It's been re-inflamed, re-engulfed, and it is raging. People are doing stupid stuff. People are saying things they shouldn't say. People are opening their mouths and putting their fingers on keyboards, and they just shouldn't be doing it. Frankly, this whole situation brings out the worst in people, and I hate to see it. And this issue is one that we really should talk about because it's something I've had thoughts on for years now, and I really haven't expressed them. But I think now is the time, now makes the most sense, and it's important that we discuss. That's the show for today. So, good morning, Mario, and good morning, Switch fans. I just hit my mic, and I have a new friend back here. Say hello to Fan, because even though it's October, apparently this office is hotter than ever. And I guess it's because everything is heating up around us, and this boycott thing, oh my gosh. Okay, we got to start with Sonic Frontiers. All right, Sega announced today that the Sonic franchise has pushed 1.5 billion units, which is so much furry blue hedgehog. So much. That's 1.5 billion copies of Sonic across physical, downloads, free-to-play, mobile, everything Sonic. 1.5 billion copies are out there. That is a lot of Sonic, and this is one of the most successful franchises ever. Hence why it has plushies, animated shows, movies, and, of course, another big game. But that big game has been the cause of controversy, especially for someone like me. I went to LA, I threw up, I didn't like the game. I proceeded to get hate, and frankly, that's not what this controversy and boycott's about. No, this is a separate story. Sonic Frontiers review embargo has been announced for November the 7th. Now, Sonic Frontiers drops on November the 8th, and if you've been around town for video game reviews, you know that an embargo one day before usually doesn't mean good stuff. It's not a guarantee. It could be just the way they want to do it, but it usually doesn't mean good stuff. And what I mean by that is, take a look at God of War Ragnarok, releasing one day after Sonic on November 9th. The review embargo for that game pops on November 3rd, a full 6 days before. We saw Bayonetta 3 reviews go up about 3 or 4 days before, and usually you want to give some clearance if you're confident you're going to get good scores, because then people get excited, they make a pre-order, or they set aside money, or they pick your game over another game that's releasing around the same day, week, or time. But when you release your reviews a day before or the day of, it usually speaks to you're not sure how things are going to go, and it might go poorly, it might go okay, but you'd rather people just buy the game. Now, the worst is day of reviews, because then you're just hoping people wake up, buy the game, and don't look at any reviews. Sonic has some hope because the reviews are coming out a day before, and honestly, Sega's weird. They could just be wanting to keep everything close to their chest, or they're worried how the game's going to be interpreted, they're worried how reviews are going to be interpreted. I don't know. I'm just saying we're going to have to wait and see. I really hope I can get my hands on Sonic Frontiers so I can give you the goods. I'm going to give it a fresh set of eyes. Okay, I'm going to look at them and I'm going to say, Sonic Frontiers, win me over. We'll see what it does. I'll give it a fair shake, but November 7th, that's when we'll find out what the press has to say. Now, oh my gosh. Here we go. Boycotts. Bayonetta, Helena Taylor. This issue won't go away. It won't stop, and that's part of the problem. Bayonetta 3 is out today, and Helena Taylor just could not resist. Okay, so Helena Taylor, remember, she said she got paid $4,000. Oops, she lied. It actually was an offer of $15,000 and then $4,000 for a cameo. People really bashed her. Was it a fair wage? Was it not? I don't really know. I felt like maybe it was overboard. She shouldn't have lied, but people were kind of really just jumping on the bandwagon. And today, where there's smoke, there's fire. Helena tweets, "My posts have hit a nerd with people. Low pay resonates not just in the gaming industry, but in the wider world beyond, all over the planet." And then she goes into what she wants you to do with your hard-earned money. Now, Helena, this is never a good look. First of all, before I even get to what you say that's problematic, this is already problematic. One of the coolest lessons that I have learned over 13 years of being in the public eye. I'm not saying I'm some celebrity. I'm not saying I have a million adoring fans. I'm just saying I've been in the public eye. I've been in a position similar to Helena. Let's see, how many followers does Helena have? Helena has 26,000. Okay, so I have had more followers than her. And I understand the best rule of thumb That's why it's a thumbs up. Is you just keep your mouth shut. You keep your thoughts to yourself. When you're feeling tense, when you're feeling upset, when you're feeling worried, when you're feeling angry, you keep it to yourself. You just don't have to do it. Social media encourages us, begs us, baits us, draws us in and says, share everything of your life. Share the sandwich you had, the toilet paper you used, and every waking thought that you feel with a million hashtags because everybody needs to know. But they don't need to know. And that is the beginning of our issue. Helena goes on to say, to donate your boycott money, there are many small local charities that need your help. Food banks, homeless charities, children's charities, animal charities. This is hard to argue with. Like, this is a good idea. I mean, the boycott, maybe not, but like, this person cares about homeless people. I went through her entire Twitter feed. She really talks about homeless people a lot. She talks about animals a lot. She really has a care for these things. And you know, I'm not going to say that's bad. That's good. Alternatively, buy homeless people coffees, buy a cake for a lonely elderly neighbor, buy a bunch of flowers and give one to people who look sad on the street without saying a word. We must care for people. So many ideas once you start. Again, no issue with this. She's advocating for being a good person. She's advocating for buying a cake for a lonely old person. Love that one. Maybe I should do that. She is trying to position herself as this saintly person because she knows that people are not looking at her favorably. And I understand why they aren't. She lied. The money situation is very uncertain. We don't know. Did she get paid enough? Did she not? To a lot of people, $15K sounds like piles of money. And to some other people who maybe have done this job before, maybe it's not a fair wage. I don't know. But she's using this opportunity to try to paint herself as this just, oh my gosh, amazing, glorious person and advocating for you to boycott a game that was worked on by hundreds of people. So this whole situation just does not go well. And then she really sticks her foot in the mud. Here are the 14 charities that I donated 100% of my video game conference autograph signing fees to if you need some inspiration. So she's bragging that she donates all of her money, and she lists a bunch of charities, including BB for Life KY. We're not going to get into this, but our mission is to post pro-life billboards focusing on spreading the okay. So this is a very personal thing of hers, clearly, that is not going to make people happy, and that she really should not be advocating for people who just wanted to play her game now donating to something that she's politically or religiously or just personally involved with. Yeah. That's not where it ends, though. Because as much as Helena should keep her mouth shut, and it would be in her best interest, her first video's already not the best idea. She got sort of found out. She could have issued an apology and been done and said, you know what? I did get offered 15K. I was offered later 4K. I did misrepresent this. I was just very frustrated, and I still feel like the wage was not fair given how much of my heart and soul and effort and time and blood and sweat and tears and vocal cords I've given to this game. Sorry. She could have ended there, and that would have been fine. People would forget about her and would go on, and she either craves the spotlight, doesn't know when to stop, or is a panicking person. And here is where I want to twist the conversation from what everybody else is talking about and give you kind of my 13-year take. We have no idea what this woman's life is like. We have no idea where she's coming from. We have no idea how her day-to-day is. We have no idea her finances, her family, her friends. We don't know. My instinct in these situations is to say this person is probably struggling. To be posting all this stuff, to not let it go, to go on and on, they must be dealing with some stuff. Maybe there's some mental health stuff that they're struggling with. Maybe there's some personal stuff that they're struggling with. Maybe there's some professional stuff. I don't know. Not my place to figure out. Don't really care. This is a person that is maybe not doing great. And they're digging themselves into a deeper and deeper hole. And even though I don't agree with what they're saying, and even though I don't like the way that they decided to put forth these views, that I don't think that's good and smart in this situation at all. I want to give her a little break. Not a break to say she's right, but a break to say I'm not going to bash her on Twitter. A break to say she doesn't need me to go and stick it in her face. A break to say this person, they're clearly just having a day. And I don't really want to make it worse. But lo and behold, what do people do? All the replies are fans YouTubers, streamers, sticking it in her face. Emojis with pictures of the Bayonetta 3 Collector's Edition. Multiple copies saying, bought it twice just to spite you. Notice anything cool in this picture, Helena, and it's Bayonetta. This is just not cool in my opinion. I get that people love to be on the bandwagon. They love to jump aboard. They love to hit him when they're down. They love to feel like they're on the right side of the battle. This isn't a good look either. All of these people making fun of her, spiting her, showing her stuff, trying to be just like, take it to you. That to me also is not good. And I remember years ago when I first started, you have haters, right? I had people saying horrible things about my little brother. He used to be in a lot of videos when he was younger, going through puberty, weird voice, weird hair, you know how it is. And people would say terrible stuff about him. They'd make fun of him and say horrible stuff. And I would just block and ignore. A lot of other people I would see would respond, and people way bigger than me. Back then I didn't have a big presence, and I would see people with huge followings taking it to their fans, right? Their haters, whatever. And then their good fans would go after this person even more and fill their timeline with hate and horrible things and pictures and messages. And it was just a pile on, right? It's just everybody. It's just boom, 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 boom. It's building this pyramid of nasty negativity. And I hated that. I hated seeing someone using their influence to push hateful, negative, mean stuff. Should the haters have said what they said? No. Is it uncool that they made fun of my little brother who's just trying to be a kid? No. Is it cool that they said things that would have made my parents cry to read? No. But like I said, something's clearly going on with them if they need to take the time to post something that spiteful, hateful, mean on my video. And what good does it do for me if I just take it to them? If I tell my fans, let's go. And even if I don't tell my fans, let's go, my fans are going to go because people loved my videos and they would have defended me. Just like they defended these bigger channels that I would see. You never know nowadays. It's a dangerous world with online. A lot of people are scarred forever by traumatic experiences. And maybe they walked themselves into that trauma. Maybe they set themselves up. Maybe they did something wrong and they should pay, but I just don't believe that. I don't buy into that mentality. And similarly with Helena, I wish people would just let it go. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, it's just a real case of you don't have to always be responding. You don't always have to be posting. You don't always have to be taking it to them. You don't always have to be proving yourself. You don't always have to be making them wrong. It's easy. It may feel insignificant. It may feel just like what everybody else is doing. It may feel like not a big deal, but Helena, I encourage you to stop this. And people trying to show her, I encourage you to stop it as well. Neither is helpful. Neither is good. And, I just see a lot of people that clearly aren't having great days, clearly have stuff going on. If you were having a great time, if you were perfectly happy, if you were doing awesome, you would not be posting like Helena. You would not be posting spiteful stuff. You would not be posting hate. You just let it go. And you just go about your day and you just make your next move and you just forward your life because this does not forward your life in any way. Social media in general is usually a time sink, a time waste, a doom scroll as they call it. This in particular does nothing. And you could say it's mere seconds, but those seconds add up to minutes and those minutes add up to hours and those hours add up to mental patterns and brain waves that do become habitual. Whether it's worrying, complaining, hating, whatever it is, just try and be aware. Try and think where people are coming from and try to take a deep breath before you post something out of anger or complaining or spite. Try to think twice before you react to somebody. What are they going through? The easy thing is just to stab them back, but maybe the best thing is to show a little kindness or even just completely ignore. Oh, Helena Taylor. Oh, Bayonetta 3. What a strange situation. What a strange release of a game. What a strange response. What a strange world. I hope you've understood what I'm trying to say here. I know it's a lot of words, but the main point here is just be good to others. It's kind of it at the end of the day in all situations. And it even applies to people that make stupid mistakes and say stupid stuff and lie on the internet. Still should try to be good to everybody. All right, enough of that. I'm going to go play Bayonetta 3. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you so very much. Thank you for being the people you are. And to everybody out there, spreading a little kindness, you get a big thumbs up. You get 1.5 billion thumbs up, just like Sonic, all right? Just put this video on repeat. Here we go. That's like 20, 30, I don't know, another 300 million times. Anyways, thanks so much, everybody. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive there. Until next time, love you lots. SwitchForce out.